Welcome back to Forgotten Sands HD. So, yeah, things are not getting better for Malik, so let's move to the gardens.
Carry on, my wayward son.
Carry on, my wayward son. Now get out of here. I'm trying to have fun.
Thanks to now your powers of the homing attack, this is the part of the game where it becomes the more acrobatic. Mind you, similar to the climbing, it also becomes the
look out,
scripted.
the dark energy disc.
Again.
Oh!
It becomes a bit more scripted, but I would say it is also the part of it is still come the close to be like the original Prince of Persia game. Yes, sir?
I think. Were you trying to jump from?
No. I needed to froze the
water.
It's weird.
Ouch.
Yeah.
It's weird because the animations. Like, okay. I'm not playing it, so I have to ask this at least. When you're at the edge of a platform and you press the analog stick towards the next button you're going to jump to, and he turns to the platform. That's supposed to be your indication that you can jump, right? It's weird because you were clearly pointing towards the edge that you wanted to jump to, and yet you kept jumping backward for some reason. Is there some kind of...
That was because I wasn't supposed to jump in that occasion, just froze the waterfall and then jump from there. Not jump, but the wall climb from there. And instead I was moving. Also keep in mind I was doing this when I recorded this with a bootleg PS3 controller because the other ones that I needed was it was borrowed by someone else, so it wasn't exactly 100% responding.
When you say bootleg PS3 controller, do you mean like one of those third-party controllers?
I'm not even sure it was third party. It was a piece of junk that costed $15 and lasted like 6 months.
Even GameStop exclusive controllers aren't that bad.
Well, that's the thing, Joe. I tried to go for the cheap route. Anyway, see, guys, he's totally fine.
I'm sure.
Swear on me, Mom.
God dang it! You blew up the road!
Now how are we going to get to...
Maybe we can talk by yelling to each other!
That's no good.
Dear. He's becoming the mask.
Literally.
Somebody stop.
I have to help him.
Thanks, Prince. And it's okay, Joe. Thanks to one of those demons, we can use the homing attack.
Well,
not even gonna like those demons. Those spamming projectile demons serve basically just for you to be using the homing attack. Like I said, mind you, they still defend themselves, but their placement is pathetically obvious.
Well,
Definitely not the best for immersion, but hey, it gets the job done. You were saying, Pedro?
Yes, Pedro.
Well, technically, Joe, we should say he's being possessed by Loki, since that's what the mask actually is.
Oh, no, Pedro. There's literally a trope called becoming the mask.
Not just that, here it's if you don't remember, at the beginning of the game, he also had the mask. He removed it as soon as he spotted the prince, as a gesture of symbolizing how he respects his brother and everything. So now, obviously, it means reverse because Ratash is possessing him more and more.
You know, there's a little bit of crap there. I thought you said he respects his brother.
Anyway, new type of demons, the crows. Again, they function only for the homing attack, but this time they function a bit more like you're playing as Shadow in Sonic 06 in a sense. When you homing attack them, you're locked in a struggle for a couple of seconds before you're allowed to jump on the next target.
It's like that for every character in the attack.
Not really. Shadows is more combat related. Like, you know how he does stuff in midair with the fighting?
I'll say later. I think it is one of those cutscenes where the audio fucked up because of the autosave. Yeah.
Great programming. Like,
honestly, I think it's something for my PS3 because I've also seen other games where the autosave that has this kind of problem. And keep in mind, this is a digital copy that I got from the PSL, not the physical disc. So I'm considering that it's based due to the amount of data that was on the PS3.
Wow, he's so graceful that he's slicing them without making a sound.
He is truly our hero.
And there you go. The possession is complete.
And but it's not a copy of Aziz. It's something different.
It's something worse. He has the most ridiculous.
You're just jealous, Dave.
Say Loki's horns. I mean, if you look at them, it's like someone
I
twirled a
think you're a
mustache.
bit late, Priest, for that.
You know how Edmund the Incredibles was like no capes.
Yeah.
My mantra would be no horns. They look silly, and there's a lot of risk of them getting stuck up in something.
True, but
they can
unlike
be used
capes,
for
horns
impaling.
can be also useful for combat purpose.
Yeah.
Anyway, I forgot what I was saying, but oh yeah, right, the grappling thing. Considering this was done after God of War 3 was made, God of War 3 actually has a similar mechanic where Kratos can basically jump on top of harpies, struggle with them as they move along on objects, and then use them to propel himself to forward platforms. You know, giving a more a relatively more complex element of platforming to his acrobatic skills in 3. So I wonder if Ubisoft took inspiration from that.
Wouldn't surprise me if they did.
Also, yeah, I briefly mentioned this in another part, but just to rectify as it had been shown, if possible, fight an enemy when you're near a wall, because there's a good chance the prince will perform basically an insta-kill move using his acrobatic skill that functions as a sort of a mini cutscene.
What is this, like with the Keyblade where Heartless are attracted to it? Seriously, how many guys are there? And all gunning for us.
Having a weapon of matters. Sorry, Joe.
I wonder if they're like attracted to the weapon or something. Like, seriously,
dark.
there's so many converging on top of the prince.
The amounts of enemies that you can have on screen. I'm guessing also to showcase the power of the new console, because all the previous games were done on a relatively inferior system. But again, in doing this, it did focus too much on the combat. Mind you, I still think there is a bit of better balance with, say, Warrior Within and the two Thrones, but not again on the same level. The original idea of sense of time is completely gone at this point.
Oh, I have no problem with, there being lots of enemies for combat. I was just joking at the fact that, holy cow, a lot of enemies just all of a sudden converged on our point there.
There we go.
Like, story-wise, are they attracted to the weapon or something?
Yeah, remember, the prince is having half of a medallion of King Solomon,
right,
therefore the enemies are also attracted to him. There we go.
Oh, music's all of a sudden getting pumped up!
Again, I think the composing job was fine for this one. There we go.
Slash, hack.
It's
Hey!
in your mind.
Hey, it's like Warrior Within, only without the stupid angst. That's key. Oh, God.
Again, I don't want to blame Robin. Expect him as a voice actor. I really like him in most of his roles, like the medic in TF2 or Travis Touchdown. I just think he had a terrible direction there. And it wouldn't. The reinforcement of this theory to me is, like I said, the Italian voice that we chose for Warrior Within of the Prince, the actor Gabriel Garco that they talk about, which is a terrible actor and voice actor for for the works we need to do. So
I mean, that's the oddest thing. They get rid of Yuri Lowenthal to replace him with Akin Downs, but then they just get Yuri Lowenthal back all of a sudden, like a
That
solid
has
rate
to
of
do with the
mistake.
backlash, I think, that the second
No,
game had.
apparently, again, according to Conrad General, supposedly is because Ubisoft wanted to replace Yuri Lowenthal with Akin Downs from the get-go for some reason. I'm not thinking Yuri wasn't available at the time. I'm honestly thinking it was something that Ubisoft just decided they wanted to do, but apparently they didn't expect the fans to be that attached to, voice acting consistency. I know, right? What perilous thought to have. Like,
And what was even their fixation on Robin Atkinson in the first place for the Prince? I mean, don't get me wrong. I
I'm
seen
guessing
Robin
he was
do
more available. Big back then, he wasn't completely famous at the time. So
Oh, no, I get that. But I mean, what drew them to him in the first place, though, in that regard? I mean,
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know this kind of behind the scenes.
Because he's
stuff.
British.
I mean, it's not like Yuri Lowenthal was involved with the Swan Princess movies at the time, so I don't realize what he was even doing.
Well, and also you have to also remember, Pedro, he wrote some of those.
Oh snap! There are actually some people not turned to stone yet.
Well, not anymore.
Well,
just
remind me
went.
too. When did When did Warrior Within come out?
2004 or 5, I forgot the exact date.
Yeah, I don't.
Mid 2000. Mind you, remember, Joe, it was also because Ubisoft back then was just exiting the minor phase of its company, entering the big with the big league.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, at the time, Yuri Lowenthal was mostly doing anime, not so much games. I mean, the first game I even remember him being on was the Royal Galaxy.
In general, around that time, video games having voice acting were becoming more the norm instead of the exceptions.
Well, okay. It's not so much that having voice acting wasn't the norm.
I mean, on a big role, mind you, on a more consistent role throughout the entire game. You get, for example, a game like I don't know, a Crash Bandicoot that has only at the beginning a bit here and there, and at the end. So
then you have Crash
instead,
Bandicoot 2 and 3.
Well, yeah, I guess. Then you have something instead like Metal Gear, which is bent due to its biggest big story, is bent to rely on having solid voice acting. What they meant is that the more game progresses, the more they try to be more like Metal Gear.
Hey Jovi, on the subject of Crash Bandicoot, in terms of like the original PS1 games, it was a bit weird going from Cortex's voice in Crash Swap, some guy putting on a growl to Clancy Brown in Crash 2 onwards up till Nitro Kart.
Oh yeah, Clancy Brown was awesome as Cortex.
Honestly, I think I agree, but I also think Lex Lang is a good replacement.
Oh
yes,
yes, absolutely.
Anyway, let me check in the meantime.
Let me put it like this. Clancy Brown is the Dean Briscoe of Cortex actors, but Lex Lane is the Mike Polka of Cortex actors. The de facto best.
Anyway, you're actually right, Pedro. The Prince in Prince of Persia Sense of Time was actually one of his first roles for Yuri, the voice in video games.
Yeah,
The very first was someone in Medal of Honor Rising Sun.
Oh snap!
Yeah. I was pretty sure that.
Yeah, this unfortunately, like the Marid said, we cannot win this fight right now. Even if the Prince tries to pull everything that he has.
And look at that, the Dust Storm.
Oh,
look at that, the Dust Storm is coming our way after all. Looks like it wasn't just nothing.
Also, Pedro, yeah, it kind of makes sense, but basically, Yuri started voice acting in the mid-2000s anyway, in general, for everything. So this was still one of the first role of his career. I kind of understand in this case why he would want to reprise his role if given the chance. I can imagine he may be having some connections to it, even though recently he said on record that Spider-Man is now his favorite role, period.
Let me guess, Prince of Persia was his favorite role before Spider-Man in video games.
I don't know. Well, considering the multitude of characters that he voiced, I don't know what his role would have been.
God forbid his favorite role was that of Beck.
or Derek.
Derek?
Oh no, since I'm a Final Fantasy fan,
remember the protagonist of Swan Princess.
Oh, we were talking about video games, actually.
As a Final Fantasy fan, I certainly would want... Oh, sorry. as a Final Fantasy fan, I would selfishly want to think that one such role would be the one of Cecil Harvey for Final Fantasy IV, considering he also reprised the role for the Dissidia games.
I'm actually wondering.
Shit. Well, we just got nuked.
I'm actually wondering.
And we're still alive.
I'm actually wondering if Lofar is planning on bringing him back for Inazuma 11 Ares when they localize it.
So, Prince, want to have another fight with your brother?
Razia was
No.
right. I couldn't
Wow,
save him.
after I climbed back up that tower and everything.
Punished Prince.
Oh.
A
Well,
man broken.
okay, I won't deny him. Losing his
The
brother
entrance to
would
the
actually
Jin
be
City.
something of a good reason for why he turns out the way he did in Warrior Within. Here's again the problem. I could care
Well,
less about Warrior Within.
well, keep in mind, he hasn't given up completely. He's just following the words of Emarid and searching for the fabled lost city. But
I get that.
that's what the next part is, so see you for that.
See ya.
Yeah.
Sure.